All right, like you just saw, I grabbed a thicker, bigger sheet of paper for my final drawing. I traced my hand from one of my practice hands that I really liked, and that worked for this drawing that I wanted to do. So I traced it onto my final, and then I drew my water across. I googled like clip art diver just to get like an outline for a diver. I googled how to draw a stingray. I looked up some different fish to draw. So I really just used some references to draw those. If you're not exactly sure how to add something in, or if you're not exactly sure how to draw something that you want to add into your drawing, be sure just to look it up. There's plenty of how to draw videos out there and plenty of pictures that you can use as references. So from here, I'm going to start shading. I want to make sure that you're going to want to make sure that you build your value slowly. I'm going to start shading my hand and the diver, and then I think once I get to the diver's arm, I'm going to put like his arm in color so that like when he jumps into the water, it's in color. And the hand and the rest of the diver will be just in pencil. And then I will start using my colored pencils to put a base down for my underwater scene and my sky. So I'm just going to time lapse that, just putting down a base layer. I'm not going to worry so much about value right now, but I'm going to start blocking in where my value is going to be so that I can start to build that slowly. Okay, so I'm just going to take 1 second to kind of explain what I'm doing here and give you an explanation for how you can apply this to your own drawing. So I'm just looking at my hand and I'm pretending my light source is coming from the top right, and I'm just starting to shade in where I think the values will be on my fingers. So I kind of put my hand like this and tried to see, I see that it's darker down here, and then it gets light, and then it's a little bit dark on top here as well. So I'm gonna add that in, and then in order for these fingers to see in order to see these fingers really well, I want to make sure that each time I move a finger, I see them separately. So what I mean by that is like right here on this finger, this value right here, my shadow, is lighter than the shadow that's right underneath it. I want to see a change in value between each of your fingers so that you can see the difference in all of them. And then for these folds right in here, I just added kind of like a shadow right there so that you could see a crease. I don't have any lines. You want to try to make your lines disappear as you're drawing. And then I'm going to work on the thumb a bit and finish this last finger. Then I'll add some shading in here, and then I'll add some shading in my diver as well. Okay, now that I have my hand and diver shaded, I'm going to go in to the other parts of my drawing. I'm going to figure out what kinds of colors I want to use, and I'm going to shade in a very similar way. So remembering that my light source is coming this way. For example, on my stingray, this fin is further away from the light, so it'll be darker than the rest of my stingray. The bottoms of my fish will be darker the left side of my seaweed, the left side of my rocks will be darker. And I'm just going to use a variety of colors to achieve that with my colored pencils. All right, so I'm going to keep working on this. I will insert a picture when it is done.